Osama bin Laden's hiding era. You guys remember that? Yeah. I miss the mystery, you know. I miss making my brother cry after telling him, Osama's hiding in our basement, run! You know, because, okay.
Well, this joke isn't about 9/11.
No, it is! Hold on! You're me, you guys. All right. I was like, oh my God, what a humiliation, you know?
No, this is good.
Oh my God. So, I was like, maybe I should with her and tell her I'm gay too, you know? Because my brother and I are twins, like the Towers.
Okay.
Stay with me, please.
It was a 9/11 joke because we will never forget this moment. Absolutely incredible.
Yeah.
How nerve-wracking was KillTony?
Dude, that was the worst moment of my life.
Why? Why do you say
Before
that?
and even after. Because I wasn't ready. Because I went down to Texas with a friend who got on first. She was the first one on the show after Hans. And then, so I was just like waiting, I was holding her coat. And you can't see, I don't know if you know like the setup, but you don't know what's going on in the room.
Okay.
You have no idea. Like, before you go up and then if you're waiting to get called, you have no idea what's going on. She gets called up, and I'm like holding her stuff, like just like, okay, like I don't know anyone, I'm standing around. I get called over to this circle with a bunch of these guys who are like smoking weed. Yeah. And because she got called up, in my mind, I was like, there is no chance I will. Because like, what are the odds of us both getting called? They're so low now at this point. Like, we are both here. There's no reason we should both be on the show, on the same show tonight. Like, it makes us, so I like started smoking weed. I just started like relaxing and just being like, we're just gonna have fun tonight. Like, I know she's gonna kill it. And then she came off stage and she was like, that was so fun. That was such a fun set. Like, I'm like, you did well? And she's like, yeah, I think so. Like, everything seemed to go really well. And I was like, that's great. And we like start celebrating her. Like, we go back to the car to go drop her stuff off, and like, it's just over in my mind. So I was off. Like, I was completely off.
Right.
We left the venue and came back and like chilled in this like lower section of the room where you can't really hear the names being called, because we just like truly were like, it was her moment.
Right,
like, and done. So yeah, we were done. And we were literally leaving. We were walking out of the building and my name gets called and I'm like, fuck no. And then this producer person comes and grabs you, like they're like, come with, and then so you're just like, okay, fine, like you feel like you can't say no. And I wanted to so bad. I wanted to, because my mind was like, I hadn't like, and truly like even before that I wasn't even like really trying to get on the show. Like, it's and I hate saying that because everyone there is like, I want to be on the show so bad. This is my like, and I just like took everything for granted, like truly, because I just truly like was not believing that it was going to happen. Yeah. And so it happened. It sure happened. And and they take your phone away and everything, so like you have nothing but like the clothes that you were wearing. And so I couldn't even like text people, be like, what joke, I don't know what joke to do, like what joke should I do, because I'm in 2 years in, I don't love my set. My set works and I get booked with my set, but I truly don't have a joke where I go, that's the KillTony joke. Like, that's what I'm going to say. And I probably do. I mean, I definitely have better than the ones I told. But
I like those jokes.
Those two jokes also have been working literally everywhere I go. Yeah. And then, of course, they don't. Like, I did the Comedy Mothership open mic, and it worked. Those jokes worked.
Is that the one that you put on TikTok as well? Did I watch that one? I think so.
No, I don't have, like, any jokes on. What do you mean?
You have another place that you went to on TikTok.
The House of Blues? Is that one?
Maybe the House of Blues.
Yeah, so the House... Dude, and that was another... The House of Blues...
And that one killed.
The House of Blues and Tight Ship, I had those. That was the Thursday before I left for the trip, and I had two sets that I felt so good about. Like, I felt like even people were coming, like comics came up to me after the set and were like, "Damn, I haven't seen you like in so long. Like, you're doing like that was so strong. Like, your writing has gotten so much better." And so I go, at least I know these jokes work. Yeah. They may not be the right jokes for the show, but like they work. Right. And so I tried them, and they did not work. But it was also because I was not like just like I wasn't mentally ready for it. Like I just was so off. And then they also don't tell you that the time starts when you walk onto the stage. So your minute's already gone.
Yeah.
And then I see, and I'm like looking for a sign, like how long have I, like what, and then I just see 000 on their timer, and I go, what did I just do? And then it was all downhill from there. And then Tony was like, have you ever seen the show? I'm like, yes, I've seen the show. That's why I'm so in my fucking head right now, because I know what's about to happen. I know what's about to happen. And it happened, right? Like, they laid into me, they made fun of me, they asked me all the questions that they ask and, like, try to embarrass you with and shit, and I just was like, here we go.
It was a viral moment, though. No matter what, though. I truly believe, no matter how you're feeling about it, it was good for your career.
I gained a lot of not a lot. I mean, like, I was at 2 something when I was in Austin, and now I'm at like 4,000 something, which isn't a lot, but it's a lot for like not doing anything really. Like, I truly didn't have to do much for it other than humiliate myself in front of 1 million people, and now it like everyone. And this is what I'm thinking on stage. I'm like, I've humiliated myself. I did not get through the minute. Everyone will have access, because it's like we all bomb in comedy. Even like the best people bomb, but you usually get to do it at a show, and even if it's like 200 people, 300 people show, it's just those 300 people. Yeah. And no one has access to it afterwards. And everyone has access to my bomb. And so I was just like, my life is over. I've humiliated myself. No one in Chicago is going to want to associate with me. No one's going to want to book me. All of my friends in comedy are not going to want to, like, be around me. Like, it's over. It's over for me. Like, all of that was going through my head, because I was like, how fucking humiliating. Because it looks like I can't do comedy. It looks like I don't know how to do comedy. And he even asked me that. And he goes, do you even know how to write a joke? And I'm like, I swear to God, these jokes work. Like, I've tested them over and over and over again. I would not do something new on the show. You know what I mean? Yeah. And so, yeah. And then on top of it, at the end, it'd be one thing if he just told me to fuck off at the end.
Right.
But that redemption round, I go, now everyone's gonna be. It's not just I bombed. It's like I'm bombed, and now I get to go back. Like, I have an opportunity to. Oh yeah,
you do have a redemption round.
Back, yeah. So, and I have like the producer, like, they. At the end, I was literally off. I got off stage and I'm like, what just happened? I don't know what the fuck just happened, because I got offered to come back.
Yeah.
And I was like talking to these guys who like run the show. They're like, yeah. I'm like, am I really coming back? And they're like, that's what Tony said. We're taking your information down. So they took my information down. They like took a picture of me. And then a few hours later, I got a text from the producer of the show being like, let me know when you're back and we'll put you up. And I'm like, okay. And then I was like getting DMs from the people at the show being like, dude, you were so likable, like you held your own in there. And I was like, how are you likable after a bomb? Like, you.
But that's what I was gonna say. You kind of just took it like a champ, low key. Like you was just like, yeah, you know what I mean?
I just knew what happened, and I go, here we go. Like, this is the show now.
And then like I feel like that's why they were like, yeah, we wanted to come.
It looked like it was part of the show.
Yeah, it did. It looked like you were just like a part of it type shit.
I wish I could play it off like that. But
I know you've seen the video.
I've seen the video. I've seen the Reddit comments. I've seen everything. If you think I haven't seen you say something about me online.
Literally though, like, as I'm watching it and as he's sitting there laying into you, I felt like he was laying into you more just because of how certain you were. You came off with this like certain attitude, which was not bad. It was amazing for the show. No. I know you're feeling differently on there.
Inside I was drowning. I was like, I guess I am really good at playing off like I'm comfortable when I'm not, because I was not okay. Like, I was not. And that was some of the comments were like, she's smug, she's so cocky. And I'm like, if I was smug and cocky, I would be a completely different person right now on stage. Like, truly, I would have been shooting the shit back with them, because like I've done roast shows where I'm very confident and I can like hold my own in a different way. And so people were like, she's smug, she's cocky. And I'm like, no, I was fighting for my fucking life up there. Like, what are you talking about? I was so humiliated. So I just like shut down and just took it. I was just like, yep, okay, yeah, all right, Tony. And that's why I even told him, I was like, you could have kicked me off at so much. And he goes, that's my show, that's why I'm gonna keep you on. And I'm just like, okay, all right. So you
have to talk to him too?
No, that was like on stage. He was, because I that's when I took my jacket off. I don't know if you remember that part. And I was just holding it like on stage because I was sweating. I was not okay on the inside. So when people were like, she's smug and cocky, I'm like, no, I'm not though. Like, I'm actually not. Like, it was humiliating. Yeah. But I guess I'm glad everyone who's same like what you're saying. They were like, you came off really well.
Yeah,
like,
you came off really good.
And if anything, I mean, even with like the podcast and stuff like that, we get some pretty fucked up comments. You know what I mean? And people say some stuff like "get a job" and shit like that.
Or also
like to go kill myself and stuff like that.
I got
you know what I mean? Like you can't even read.
You can't really.
There's
And then the
70% of people don't want you to succeed.
And the funny thing,
30% of people want you. Like,
we say some real dumb.
Yeah.
We say some real dumb shit sometimes. So like, it's like it comes with the fucking territory.
Yeah.
No,
I didn't know that fucking Anne Frank had died in the fucking World War II.
You didn't
Doesn't
know?
even know.
I didn't know. I thought.
Doesn't even know.
I was even.
What war?
It was the second one. 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 It was the second one.
That second war?
It was for sure the Second World War. I deadass was like, dude, I thought because she wrote the book, she had been alive the whole. I was like, dude, she died in like 2007
That's
for
so
sure.
amazing.
Yeah,
That's
because
really
she wrote
funny.
the diary.
Yeah, I was like, bro, I remember. I was like, I read that shit in school, man. I had to
It's all
write.
about the diary.
I had to write 2 papers on that shit, man. I was like, dude, I know what I'm talking
She knew
about.
how to read and write. They
Exactly.
Were like, out here.
Yeah, no, as soon as you made that comment, everybody realized the education was not.
Hey, man,
fucking
I had a lot of better things to do than go to class in school, man.
No, but that's the funny thing too is like everyone who came up to me and talked to me about it, they would like then just tell me about a story when they bombed. So they're like, it's cool. Like I've had a terrible bomb too. I'm like, yeah, you have, and I respect that, but it also like again isn't accessible to millions and millions of anybody who wants to fucking see. So yeah.
I'm surprised you haven't gotten calls for like to come on as for gigs because of that.
Well, but it looks like I can't do comedy.
How so though?
I don't know, because I couldn't tell a joke in full without freaking out. But it was also like, they set you up for that shit anyways, for it to go like poorly and for them to interrupt you and like be assholes about it. So.
But naturally, I felt like that was part of the character in that moment. So even though the jokes bombed, I felt like naturally that was part of the character. That's why they kept it going.
You know what's crazy though is I had an open mic set that was like similar to that because it was like when I was brand new and I was very comfortable with the people who were at the open mic. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna tell my worst jokes with like the best stage presence. Like I literally had this, like I did this at an open mic where I would like be like, okay, yell at me if I'm looking at the ground, and then I ended up yelling at people for not yelling at me because I was like, I'm looking at the ground again, what am I doing? And so like maybe that's something I should explore, but I don't know. I don't want to be like neurotic necessarily on stage. Like that's not how I think or feel all the time. So I don't know, I'm fucking figuring it out, I guess. And also, it was like a good like motivator because I was like losing a little motivation in comedy in general just because it's like it's exhausting, and so this was kind of a good little push that I needed to get back on track and write better and like actually think about my style and everything. So for all the bad things, it's sort of working out, except for the fact that my aunt, I was like finally feeling better about it. And then yesterday or 2 days ago, my aunt texted me. She's like, I just Googled your name and found something called KillTony. And I go, do not watch that. Do not watch that. I called her and I was like, please understand, I do not want you watching. I'm like, I don't do anything inappropriate. Like, I'm not taking off my, like, that's not why I'm not naked on that. It's not a show for you to watch. Like, you will not understand it. Right. You know? I'm like, this isn't SNL. Like, this isn't, like, one of my musicals. Like, don't watch. And she goes, okay, I won't. And I go, bitch, I swear to fucking God.